We're back at Monsterzani, Ohio, in Basson Moore in Owensboro, Kentucky. We have Connor Wayne and Jennifer King with us. We're so glad to see you guys make it to the tournament. You all ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
You got your bait and got all your tackle ready to go?
Yep.
You ready to catch a big fish?
Oh, yeah.
Are you fishing, Jennifer?
I am.
Excellent. There's not much better than a family that fishes together in catfishing tournaments. It just, we promoted husband, wife, and father, son, and daughter teams for a long time, but you might be the best known family catfishing tournament team there is, simply because there's all of you fish together. And it's great to see the family doing something together, because for years we raced cars, and that was things that I done. And when we got past that, then I shot trap, and sometimes the kids would go and sometimes Cindy goes. But the fishing stuff, my boys go, my daughter goes, Cindy goes, her and I fish together all the time. So it's really cool to see that, and we're very happy to have you guys on the show with us. Chuck had to leave, he had to go, but you are on the pro staff for Black Horse Rods and Whiskerware Apparel. How's that working out for you?
Pretty
I like
good.
your shirt.
Thanks.
It's pretty nice. You guys just recently won a tournament. You want to tell me about it?
We were in Hawesville, and we had 132 pounds.
On 5 fish.
Yep.
Yeah, the
All
Bruce
The Bruce
Medcalf
Metcalf.
Memorial Tournament, first year. Josh Vanover.
Just
Put
had
it
Josh
on.
on. 81 boats. Is that right?
Yes.
That's outstanding for a first time event.
Yeah, I had Scott Webb with me. It was me, Scott, and Connor, and it worked out good.
That's outstanding. That's a great weight. I heard that the conditions there was pretty tough. Now, I don't know. I wasn't there, so I don't. But it doesn't sound like it was too tough for you guys.
Once again, I got the biggest fish.
Attaboy. That's what you got to do. Now, is it a race to get to the rods when they go down, or you just automatically know you're going to get them first?
I automatically know.
That's excellent.
It's a race too.
Sometimes.
I just stand back anymore. I'm the net man.
Net man. Now, that's kind of my job, but, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, it's fine with me too. It's all about them, especially him. Just getting him to learn, get him on the right track.
To run the boat,
Oh yeah.
You want that this summer?
that's good.
Take the
That
boat on and off the trailer.
it is a good thing for all young men to learn how to run a boat, and girls too, because something could happen where they need to get you in.
Absolutely.
If you're getting bait, you can throw a net and your feet get tangled in something. There's a million things that can happen, and having someone in that boat besides yourself that is capable of running a boat is extremely important.
Absolutely.
I believe in that. Another thing that I think is important is I keep extra knives front and back in case you're anchor fishing and you get hung up in an anchor. You got to be able to cut that rope.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of things, and we need to do a show about that one of these days and talk about things like that. But it's great that Connor's learned to run the boat. It not only is it a safety factor, but if he gets in a boat and backs it off, you can go park the truck and do whatever you need to do and come down. He's going to be tied up there waiting for you to get down there. So then you just crawl in the boat and go. You guys got all your fish, your bait, your spots picked out for this weekend?
Mhm.
All ready to go. You don't have to go look for no fish tomorrow or anything.
I'll be in school learning, so.
Oh, you have to go back to school tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought you was down for the time. Well,
I think we're all good as long as the weather cooperates. Cold front don't hurt us that bad. Pans out, pans out.
And
Overbroke.
that's kind of the way it is. They when we got here, let's see, yesterday morning, 4:00 in the morning, I heard a weather report, and it was 80% chance of rain tomorrow. Now that is come down to 40. The last I heard, that's going to help a little bit. That to me, that's telling me that it's not going to be as deep in front as they once thought. And there's some great fish being caught the last couple of days. There's some really good fish.
I've seen pictures of a really good one, but someone won't let me post them yet.
And that's understandable. You know, that's understandable. I know Janet and Bink got into some good ones today, and there's some other guys that got into some good ones.
Mhm.
So, and something that has made me pretty happy to hear is that a lot of the good fish that are being caught have been caught in the Owensboro pool. They're not being caught below the dams or above the dams. They're being caught right here in local waters. And I have traditionally struggled in this pool to find fish, so I'm glad to see those fish being caught. So are you guys going to be drifting? You going to be anchored?
Drifting.
Back bouncing? Attaboy. That's the action, isn't it? Is there enough current to back bounce?
We'll just have to wait and see. I don't think there'll be much current, but there might be enough just for a little bit.
Yesterday was the most current I've ever seen in the Ohio River. Now, it wasn't as much today, but still better than all the trips I've ever made over here. You know, it to me, and the water we fish has anywhere from 2 to 8 mile an hour current all the time. So when I come over here, it's just mind boggling me. It's like you almost have to drag bait instead of slow your boat down from drifting, because a lot of times we're running a trolling motor wide open just to cut the speed of the drift. And over here, you don't have that issue. So I'm thinking my batteries might last all day.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be good. And you know what kind of boat you fish out of?
The Sea Arc VCAT 200,
And it's got how big a motor on it?
175.
So you can get right to them spots you've got picked out right now.
I wish it was right now.
Well, that's a pretty heavy boat, but that's a lot of motor. So, well, I'm just so thrilled. You want to talk about anything in particular, Connor?
The big fish you caught this year?
Yeah, why
Your
don't you
best?
tell us about the big fish you caught?
It was a few weeks and weekends ago when I just drifting for fun, and my dragon rod went down, which it got out. Then my side rod went down, and that was a 50-pounder. And when we got that up, one of the other rods went down. It was a little 15-pounder. So we got that up, and we didn't think it was that big. Well, we thought it might have got my best, and we got up in the boat and we started looking at it. We're like, it might be a 50-pounder. We didn't weigh it, and then we called Mom down, and it was right during the river days when we caught it. So like all the music and stuff was in the background. So then we weighed it at the dock, and it ended up being like 50 and something pounds. So I was pretty
And
excited.
his personal best was 42. So
That 42 in itself is a pretty nice
so he's
fish.
up to quite a bit there. We're looking for the 60 now.
Absolutely. You know,
Why do you want one bigger? You have to be able to beat who you tied with?
Beat Grandpa.
beat Grandpa. Well,
He's tied with Grandpa right now, so
that'll be something. You know, some of us was talking earlier, and every year it seems like the weights increase a little bit, and there's been some really good fish turned in this tournament. I look for the big fish this year to be bigger than it has in the monsters before. Now I might be wrong. The weather conditions may change that, but I'm thinking there'll be a 60 caught this year, and you're the one that needs to be doing that.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So I'm aiming to win that pole.
Heck yeah. Well, you and I need to get together this weekend before I go back to Missouri, and we need to talk about bumping rods and what you require in one. Bumping to me is the action. I like anchor fishing and I like free drifting and control drifting, but there is not too much in this whole world that I would rather do than have one try to rip it out of my hand. That's about as good as it gets. So we need to sit down and talk about that. You guys, you're going back home and then you're coming back down Saturday morning early. And how far is that for you guys to travel?
1 hour.
1 hour. So you went to school, you got out of school, and you come down here. I thought you wasn't coming. Well, we're really glad that you guys come down here. We're looking forward to see what you guys weigh in, because you have made an impact. You and Jacob and Milan have made an impact on the catfish world. Nobody ever thought that kids could catch 60-pound fish. And you've already proven that the 50's there and the 60's just the next step. And Jacob has been putting quality fish in, other than when their boat was in the shop being repaired, all year. Milan's had a little tough year. She hadn't been out on the water too much, but she'll get caught up with that. So Steve Douglas was on earlier, and Rob Clodfelder was on our show earlier, and we have decided that guys like you need to be our future in catfishing. And we want you to, when we're all too old to do the stuff that we do, you guys are going to have to pick up and do that, and stay after these to get regulations put on, and help Aaron Wheatley have these big tournaments, and George Young. Are you looking forward to that one?
Mm-hmm.
Me too. I think that's going to be a really good event. Now, somebody was telling me that they have a event coming up for the Cabela's in your home waters next year.
Yep, May 21st or 27th.
I'd like to come down there, but I'm not very good at getting bait. You gonna give me some bait?
To take Grandpa with me.
Do what?
You take Grandpa with you.
Take Grandpa. Is that right? Now, you guys fished a tournament and done real well in it. Just the two of you, right?
No, they were just out fishing one day while we were at work.
Free drifting, nothing but poles in our hands, and then caught a 40-pounder.
No depth finder, no nothing.
Amazing. Well, you got it going on. That's what we want. We need you young guys in the fishing industry. I don't know if you have friends that fish, if you know other kids that fish, but we need to keep all of you guys interested. And the family aspect of it is extremely important to me. You know, there's not that much of family fishing that goes on, and it's very refreshing to see you guys do what you do, and to the success rate that you're at is outstanding, and we're so happy to have you guys be a part of what we do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Tell him about your club at school you just got in.
Yeah, we have clubs for school, and they said they list them all, and they have to put 1 through 10. 1 is your most favorite, and fishing was the first one. I put that as number 1. I got in it.
well, good. So you're going to have a fishing club at your school. And what grade are you in?
6.
You're in 6th grade now. Is that going to carry on as you go through junior high and high school?
I hope.
Junior high does. I don't know about high school if they have it, but I know it'll go through all through junior high.
Well, now, you need to keep me informed on that. And how many members of this club do you think there will be?
They just told him last week, so it hasn't started yet, so I'm not sure.
We would like to stay up to date on that. There's a good chance that you might be able to get something done with Rob and I on something deal like that. Now, I'm not going to say it would be this or that, but there's a pretty good chance that you could probably get something done.
Yeah.
So I'm thrilled to hear that. That's outstanding.
And the teacher that runs it has already said that he wants to help when Cabela's comes to Mount Vernon. He wants the kids to be able to help. So,
Well, there's a couple of things. We used to do a sports show every winter, and we go to Chillicothe, Missouri, way up north. And the FFA club put on this sports show, and they filled their school up with people bringing in products to display. And it was a big deal, but as with a lot of things, there was 4 or 5 guys doing all the work. But the kids, the FFA club, when you showed up to the door, if you had 3 or 4 boxes of rods to pack in, they come out and they got the stuff and they took it in there. They pulled it out of the boxes. They set it up for. They done everything for you. And I hate to see something like that go to the wayside. The last time we was up there, we was beside Chris Brackett that runs aerial bow fishing. I know you've seen his videos where they shoot them fish flying out here, stuff like that. We enjoyed that so much. It was a really great show, and things like that we need to keep in. Now, when I was in school, they had a a thing called live sports. And it was actually a class for juniors and seniors that lasted 4 hours a day. And I wasn't much of a golf player, but one part of it, you wouldn't play golf. One part, you went and shot trap for so many weeks. And you went rabbit hunting, and they took you to ponds of fish. But the way things has got, that stuff is all going by the wayside. And you having your fishing club will help prevent everything from leaving. And that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Really good deal. Really good deal. So, Jennifer, are you the bait cutter or are you the sandwich fixer?
I have cut bait.
You have cut.
I have, yes. But yeah.
Do you know Vicky Mathena?
No.
You don't know?
I mean,
Jason?
I know who she is, but I know.
I'll tell you a
her.
story. Jason's boat broke down, not this past year, but the year before. And Vicky is more hardcore than Jason is. She wants to go, and she's 70, right in there. And I called Jason up. I said, "How you guys doing?" He said, "My boat's down. Mom's wanting to fish." I said, "Well, I thought I'd ask you to see if you want to go to the tournament and fish with Cindy and I." And he said, "Would you take my mother?" I said, "I will." I said, "And I promise you that she won't get hurt and nothing will happen to her." So we're fishing along and we're having fun and we're catching a fish here and there. And I was sitting in the front of the boat and Vicky was sitting in the back with Cindy, and she had lost her bait. And she said, "Let me cut the bait." I said, "Oh, I'll cut that bait for you." She said, "I don't like the way you do it." She said, "You don't cut it to suit me. I'll cut my own bait."
There you go.
So there is people that are like that. And she is the sweetest lady. They'll be down here this weekend. They're already here. In fact, they've had some boat trouble. But I hope you get to meet them. You need to make it a point sometime to get in a boat with Jason Mathena. He is the bumping man. He's the bumping man. Anything else going on that we need to talk about?
Nope.
Well, thank you for being part of Black Horse Rods and Whiskerware Apparel. You don't know how much that means to Rob and I.
Thank you.
You are an outstanding ambassador for catfishing, and we're very proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. Wayne and Jennifer, thank you for bringing him down there.
No
It means so
problem.
much to us. We appreciate your time, and I know it's a struggle to do these things, but you have to do it, and I know you have to do it, and so do you.
That's
Right.
right.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
Mhm.
Can you tell Grandpa about it?
Yeah. If it wouldn't be for him and my mom and my sister, we couldn't do it as a family.
That's exactly
They've always
right.
babysat for us. Well, before he started fishing with us, and now they watch our daughter, and Grandpa doesn't miss
Now,
a
how long is
land.
it going to be before she's fishing?
I don't think so. One day she was out in the pole barn and she got a sabiki rig in her finger, and so she does not like fishing.
Doesn't like fishing.
No.
Well, you
No.
know, there's a lot of us that follow you guys online and watch your stuff, you know, and a lot of people don't know that unless somebody tells them, but we see those pictures of you guys and we see the pictures of her on there. And I've just wondered, you know, one of these days she'd be racing you to them rods. You won't get them all.
That's right.
It's coming.
Yeah. So,
She ain't been on a 50 yet, though. I'll get her on a 50. She'll be hooked.
Hooked. She'll be hooked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thanks again, folks. And thank you so much for bringing him down here.
no
I'll
problem.
be seeing you this weekend.
Yep.
All right. Very good. We're going to get Seth and his girlfriend up here, and we're going to do one more.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
See ya.
Thanks,
Thanks
Lyle.
again.
All right,
Appreciate all
thanks.
your help and everything you guys
Uh-huh.
do. Laura.
What's going on?
It's going good. How you doing, Seth?
Excellent.
Laura,
Hi,
you have a
Lyle.
nice trip down?
Yeah, we did.
Did you?
No truck problem, so we made it
No
down here
truck,
great.
the boat running good?
Boat's running good?
Everything's running good.
Woohoo! You guys are ready to rock. Cindy. Yeah, she's just the thing. The fishing kind of tough, or has it been good to you?
We haven't fished that much yet. We've focused on bait so far, so
And
only a
how-
little bit. About an hour. Fished about an hour. Got one fish.
And
today,
how's
so
that going?
It's okay. A lot of small skipjack, but we got a lot of small ones.
Well, how small?
4 to 6 inches. Pretty small.
That is pretty small, but if they're fresh, that might make the difference.
We'll see.
You just you never know.
Never know.
They've got a new shipment coming in here that'll be on ice tomorrow. Today's Thursday, yeah, tomorrow. So you might talk to them if you need some bigger ones. Personally, I know everybody wants these big ones. I like them about that long and cut the tail off of them and use them whole. That's just me. Don't always catch fish on them. I don't always catch big fish on them, but I still like them that way.
Right. Yeah, they've really done a tremendous job getting everything together for all the fishermen.
These guys work their tails off to have everything that anybody would want.
Yep.
We come down when we knew we was coming down, and I was having some trouble finding some hooks. I called I called Jim up and I said, Jim, I need some 10-aught Big River hooks. Have you got any? He said, no, but I'll have them for you when you get here. How many you want? I told him, and he's got them.
Yeah, they've really gone above and beyond.
That's
that is incredible.
that's going above and beyond the call of duty to get that done. And Aaron Wheatley does so much, but the people that support him, like Jim and Sheila and the city of Owensboro, make this tournament what it is. You know, the whole community is behind them, and I can't think of a better place that I would want to go to fish a big tournament. It's just a lot of fun.
Yep.
And you guys come all the way from,
Woodstock, Illinois.
it's right up there by Chicago.
Yep.
And how long did it take you to get here?
About 7 hours.
7 hours. It's a pretty long trip. It's about like what we had. What a guy won't do for fishing. Women too.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys-
Looking forward to it.
Oh, you'll have a blast.
Yeah.
Everybody will treat you so good down here. You think you're home. It's
Yeah, it's
just the
been
kind-
good.
Yep, it is. It's really good. So you got your boat running good. You didn't have no
Boat's running good.
trouble down here. You got your bait.
Yep.
You're ready to go.
We're ready to go. Yeah. So it's our second year here. So it's really kind of our first year tournament fishing. So it's been a neat experience
You know,
meeting everybody and just
what was it last year when you guys started coming down and fishing some tournaments with us?
yeah, we started last September
Yeah.
at Rising Sun was our first tournament last year.
You guys have done really good. You only had the boat break down one time, and you got the fish with Ken Pryor. My gosh,
Yeah.
how much better could it be than get on that boat with Ken Pryor?
Ken's a great guy. Alex is a great guy.
Alex
Just
is-
everyone in the community's been really nice and supportive and helpful getting us going. So
That's the way it's supposed to be, and that's what separates catfishing from a lot of the other things that we all do. But Alex has done such an outstanding job with that tournament that we're just so happy that he likes to do it, because we was getting burned out on it, basically. But he's done really well, and looking for big things next year. And I know you guys will be fishing some of them. It'll just be a lot of fun.
yeah, it's
Be a
gonna
lot
be
of
great.
fun. Absolutely. Well, you got any sponsors or anybody you'd like to mention?
Yeah, monster rod holders and ram mounts, Cat River anchors, and shad guts.
And what?
Shad guts.
Shad guts. That's something new.
No, it's just a company that sells shad guts basically.
Now, are they frozen in a jar bag?
They are. They're frozen. Yep. Real big ones.
Channel cat.
Different channel cats.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. Good deal. Well, that's outstanding. Best of luck to
Yes,
you.
thank you
Looking
so much.
forward to
Thanks
seeing
for
you the
letting
rest of the
us be on
weekend.
the show.
Hey, anytime you want to be on a show, you give me a shout. We'll set you up.
Great. Thank
All
you.
right, guys. Good
Yep.
luck.
All right, thanks.
That's going to conclude it for Monsters on the Ohio, folks. Come see us next Monday night. We'll have the winners for you.